Good morning. Velma Hagar here. Okay, I bet you thought there was only one unforgivable sin, didn't you? Because the word clearly says there's only one sin that is not forgivable, and that's blaspheme of the Holy Spirit. That would be like poking fun at the things of God or calling the things that are of God demonic, or vice versa, calling demonic things of God like they are of God. Well, boy, my little tongue's having a problem getting this because I'm trying to formulate in my mind. There is another sin that is not forgivable. There is. And the Bible clearly tells us, even though it says there's only one sin that isn't forgivable, but it also clearly tells us if we don't forgive others, we're not forgiven. So, is there any option on how many times you have to forgive someone for doing you wrong? No. He says 7 times 70, which is 490, but I would say that's a figure of speech. I think he meant when he said that, when Peter came to him and said, "How many times do I have to forgive somebody? 7 times?" He asked him, 7 times? And then Jesus said, "No, 7 times 70." So he was kind of saying to him, you have to forgive them every time they do something. Now, is this easy? No, it's not. And there are many of us who have not done it. We are not supposed to keep score of wrongs done to us. We are supposed to just let things go. Now, I want to say there's a lot to this subject. There are people who have been heinously wronged, and it is not easy to just let that go. And God knows that. If you will take it to Him, however, the only way you can let go of something that was done that's horrifying is to take it to God and ask Him, work this in me, Lord, because you know what? I'm having a hard time forgiving here. God understands. He knows what you've been through. But if you give it to Him, you say it out loud in faith, I forgive this person for what they did. You just do it in faith. God will do the rest because your blessings depend on it. I mean, how would you like to think that God didn't forgive you? I mean, that would be, there's nobody worth losing your peace over, or losing your peace with God, or your connection with God over. Nobody's worth that. Always let it go. Now, this does not mean that you have to continue to take it and to stay with. No, get away from them. I say get away. Don't hang around people that hurt you. Generally, the people that hurt you the most are the very people that you love the most. They're the only ones that really have the ability to hurt you. So many times it's coming from loved ones, which is really difficult. But in any case, there's absolutely no there's no option. You have to forgive. That is an unforgivable sin. If you don't, you won't be forgiven. And you know what? Every one of us, every day, needs God's mercy and grace. He says if you don't show mercy on others, He won't show mercy on you. How can you get through life without God's mercy? I don't know. I don't know how people are doing it right now. There are many, many people out there that are bumbling through life, but I guarantee you they will never know the peace that only God can give. That He says, He promises you the peace that not like the world gives, but only He can give. You make a commitment today. Anybody you're holding aught against, God says He doesn't even hear your prayer. If you're holding aught against someone, when you stand praying, forgive that He might hear your prayer. Because that's the same thing. He's not going to forgive you if you're not forgiving others. So, do it today. I don't care what someone has done to you. It doesn't matter. You stop and you say, God, if I have something tucked away, don't be keeping score. 10 years ago, he did this to me. And then 4 years ago, he did it again. Forget that. You just say, God, you know what? Help me forgive and forget and move on. Move away from the individual. Yes, I say, dump the sucker. That's what I say. But that isn't what God says. He says to love them, and it's hard. It's not easy. When someone has really hurt you, I know that's not easy. I've had some people in my life who have really betrayed me and let me down, and it's always someone you love. We all deal with it, not just you. Every one of us deal with it. So, unforgivable sin, unforgiveness. Once you put this out there that you're going to forgive and you ask God to help you, I'm telling you, you'll sleep sweeter. Life will be better. Just get over it. It's not important in the big picture, in eternity. What is this going to matter? It's a flash in the pan. Just a flash in the pan. Okay, I think I'm done. I think I did my deal this morning. So with that said, I'm going to bid you subscribe to my YouTube. By the way, I've been getting more of you lately since I've been doing this, reminding you. Subscribe to my YouTube and go to Amazon.com and buy my book. I mean, like I said, I've sold so many, and thank you for that. But I don't get any credit in becoming a #1 bestseller if you buy it from me. It's got to come through Amazon. The big deal. Amazon. So Amazon.com. Hidden Treasures in Secret Places. You are going to love it. It's an amazing, amazing book. Again, Hidden Treasures in Secret Places by Velma Hagar. And don't you forget it. All right, my friends, until next time, I'm bidding you a blessed day.